What's up, YouTube? Hagar coming at you with another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the little kettle that could, or also known as the Charbroil Kettleman. Now, I'd had someone ask me to do a review on it in a different video, and so I figured I would go ahead and do that today. What I'm doing today is I'm using the old country barbecue pits, the Pecos. I'm doing my technically second cook on it. I got a pork butt going today, but I'm not comfortable enough with it to be doing videos yet. I'm still learning all the ins and outs, so we're gonna talk about the Kettleman. Let's go ahead and just look at some specs. We'll start at the top up here, and then we'll work our way down. A feature that I really liked, first of all, is that it's not like a lot of kettles. What's up, dogs? Is that it's actually got a hinged lid, so you don't have to worry about where you're going to put the lid. You just raise it and it folds back, and you're there. You've got complete room to work, do whatever you're going to do, take care of business. So that's probably my favorite part, you know, as opposed to the Weber kettle and things like that. The second one, they call it the supersized damper. It's a 3-hole damper. You can open, close to adjust for your temps. And I mean, I use it, but I've learned over the past, I guess I've had this thing almost 2 years now. Pretty much just about a halfway open is what I use pretty much for everything. It keeps everything that I do around 250 to 300 degrees with the right amount of coals and everything like that. So I don't really mess with it a lot, but it's good to have, and it seems to work pretty well. So inside the cook chamber, we have, now this is, from what I can tell, a Charbroil. I don't know if it's an exclusive, but it seems like it might be. They have this slotted grate, vented grate. They call it a no fall through grate. It seems to work great. I don't have flare-ups. I don't have any issue with that. The only thing that I did not like about it is that it is porcelain coated. So you might be able to see, like right there, after a few good scrub downs, I had that chip off, but I've got it pretty well coated with some canola oil and burnt in there pretty good now, so where I don't have to worry about it. This lifts up. It's got 2 handles, just like most of every other grate. And you have your ash holder, or your charcoal holder, I guess you could say. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It is a little close to the grate. Like, I would rather see it down there where you see the leg bolts that bolted the legs on. I'd rather see the pan down there for the coals, because, you know, I don't really do a lot of grilling with this. I do more smoking and things like that. So I don't really need a really hot temp to sear things or anything like that. So but I mean, I could modify it if I wanted to, but it does well. Sorry about all the camera. I'm still videoing myself here. So and then in the back here, it's got a not a heat deflector, a wind deflector. So when it's closed, that seals everything up to make sure that there's no wind getting in there. It has the vents down here on the side for keeping everything lit, so you don't snuff out your flame or your coals or anything like that. Another thing that's cool about this is that it does have a removable ash pan. It's a pretty good size. I can usually go about, I don't know, 2 to 3 cooks before I have to dump that. Now, I'm lazy, so most people would say dump it after every cook or you'll get rust and things like that, but I keep it covered so a lot of moisture doesn't get in there. But it's a good thing to think about. Always keep your stuff clean so you don't have to worry about it later on. That is the Thermos Thermometer that comes with it. I haven't really used any probes or anything with it to know. I just kind of go until I think it's done. I haven't gotten sick yet, so that's probably not a good thing. But so I just run it at around 250, 275 for the duration of the cook to see. And I mean, everything's come out pretty well. I haven't calibrated it or made sure that it's calibrated. It's a short probe thermometer, so it doesn't really go all the way down to the cook grate. So I figure at about 275 there, I'm probably a little bit hotter than that down on the cook grate. So just common sense kind of thing. As far as the use, I mean, I use this thing pretty regularly when I first bought it. Probably every week to 2 or 3 times every week. And it's held up great. It's not rusted any. I don't have any issues with the hinges. I don't have any issues with the ash pan. I don't have any issues with the grates. Other than that one little rust issue where I cleaned it, and that's probably just my fault for using too abrasive of a brush. Sturdiness, I mean, it's made out of hollow, like it's almost like aluminum. I don't know what the legs are, but 3 legs. It's got 2 wheels in the back. You put it together yourself, so it really just depends on how well you are at doing things like that. If you haven't seen the Kettleman or looked at it and you're looking at getting a new kettle, I would recommend it personally. I do like all the different attachments you can get with the Weber, and I've noticed that here, because I tried to change out the grate, a 22.5 inch Weber grate won't work in this because of the way the setup is. You'd have to drill holes and make a bracket yourself. It won't fit. So they consider this a 22.5 inch, but the way that their mounting system is, it's actually molded into the inside of the kettle, so the grate for a Weber wouldn't work. So that's a downfall, I guess you could say. There's not a lot of accessories for this particular Charbroil grill. They have a pretty cool, I don't know, it's like a charcoal holder to where you can set up different methods of burning coals, go for longer burns. I mean, they really did design this thing to do long, low, and slow burns. So that's kind of why I like it the most. But I mostly either use the snake method or I'll cook indirect heat with it. And I use it like a water pan or something like that. And it does really well, guys. I don't have any complaints about the cook overall on this thing. It's been a great little grill. It's totally different than the offset smoker I bought a couple weeks ago, but as far as like if you just want to do something and you don't want to fire up the big huge firebox, like if I was just doing like a half slab of ribs or something, I would use this over the offset, because I know how to cook with this one. And it doesn't take long. I'll use the snake method around the back side. I'll light about a half a chimney of coals, and then I'm good for like 4 hours of cook without worrying about anything. So that's just kind of my opinion on it. If you guys have had one, have one, used one, or just have any questions, just feel free to comment in the comment box below. Let me know what you think. I really appreciate the likes, all the new subs. I've hit over 110, 115, I think, and I really appreciate it, guys. I hope you're liking what I'm doing, and hopefully, like I said, sooner or later, we'll be able to get some cooks going on in the big pit. I hope this pork butt turns out really well. And like I said, check out Charbroil Kettleman, and go to their website. I'll put a link in the description box. Check them out. For the price, they're not that bad. They're more inexpensive than the Weber, and personally, I think I like it better than the Weber, aside from the accessories. I wish they had more accessories to go with this thing. But yeah, you guys be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to do that. I really appreciate it. And stick around, guys. We'll see what we can do next time. All right. Thanks. God bless.